All right, live. Thanks for bearing with me on that one. Been waking up pretty slow and running a little bit behind. Oh. And a hot second since I turned on stream. Hey, John, how's it going? I'm back. He returns. Yeah, I made it. I made it through the holidays, so no, we're not over yet, but trying my best. Sorry, I haven't been posting a whole lot of the daily check-in stuff anymore, but I went into kind of a spiral there, and I don't know, didn't do it. But I think I'm out of that funk. I've been feeling creative again. I'm working on a video for the channel. I'm working on some writing, and I think that I think that I'm out of the worst of it anyway. I hope you've been good. I hope Barbara's been good. I miss the daily jokes for sure. Oh, it's good to see your name pop up. Thank you for being here. I don't know how much writing I'm actually going to do today, but I'd like to just turn on the camera and hang out and talk to people, catch up with everybody. I have been making a little bit of changes to the channel. I've reskinned the YouTube banner, and I've actually started working on like kind of a bigger video for the channel, which has been a lot of fun, but it makes me realize just how bad at video editing I am. Like, I can see what I want the thing to do on screen, but I can't make it do it. Like, I don't know how. So I've been like bumbling my way through on Canva, trying to figure out how to do the animations I want. I appreciate you. Happy holidays back. I hope you've had a good holiday season. We good. That's good. That's good to hear. We're getting ready for a week of like 20 below Fahrenheit. It's going to be pretty miserable this next week. Hopefully you guys are staying warm wherever you are. Go ahead and throw up the Ask Me Anything banner, see if we can catch anybody on the way through. Whoop. The hell? There we go. Okay, I'm back. How's your pack? Oh, they're doing good. It's cold, so the little pity is not having a good time. We have daffodils in December? What the hell? All right, my mom would be jealous. It's my mom's favorite flower. Daffodils in December. That sounds like a joke. I believe it, though. Every year I get a little older, and every winter gets a little worse, and I ask myself, why the hell do I still live here? But I've never lived anywhere else. I've never wanted to live anywhere else. And in the summertime, you just forget all about the bad winter. And then wintertime rolls around, and you're like, oh, this is miserable. I'm finally in a position, like with my job, where I don't have to be outside every day. Like when stuff breaks, but I can do a lot of my work in the shop, in the office now. But I still have to go out in the field every once in a while when things break or when projects are happening. Shit me not, that's good. Oh, I didn't add anybody. Let's see. So I'm over in the Discord. I'm live. Hey, Jill. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm happy too. I'm happy that I turned it on. My alarm went off this morning, and I was looking at it thinking, it's like, all right, I'm supposed to be live in an hour and a half. I've got a little bit of time. I'm going to lay here and snooze. I snoozed my alarm. I snoozed my alarm. I snoozed my alarm. I got up like, I don't know, 25 minutes ago. Made a cup of coffee, fed the dogs. And then I couldn't find the hat that Sheeb just got me. And I'm pissed off about it. I moved all of my hats yesterday out of the community hat box that we have. I'm like, no, my hats are too cool. They don't get to be in the hat box with all the generic hats. I have all my cool hats. And now I don't know where my BYG poetry hat is, and I'm pissed off. And I went and asked, and she was like, "Well, why didn't you leave them in the hat box?" I was like, "Yeah, you're okay." It's pretty funny. And thinking about me, I hope all good thoughts, but I understand if not. I appreciate all of you that reached out to over the last couple of weeks. Like, I've gotten an email, a couple different emails from viewers, and just checking in, seeing where I'm at, seeing how I'm doing. And then those of you that reached out on Discord, like, I appreciate you guys. Aiden was a big softie and did a big email response to somebody. Speaking of, let's see if we've got any new ones. I'm not screen sharing, right? No. Okay. That'd be just me, like new, like freshly back stream, like, oh, here's all my personal info. Happy holidays. Oh, there's a poetry competition coming up that I entered in last year and I received an invitation to again. I didn't do very well last year. I didn't even get I didn't make it past the first round of voting, but it's a haiku competition. I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but it's the Golden Haiku. I think it's East Coast. Oh, it doesn't say here. Oh, yeah, okay. It's in Washington, D.C. Participants of all ages are invited to submit 2 original haikus. Winning poets will receive prizes, recognition, and the selected haikus get displayed on their social media page and displayed along some of Washington, D.C.'s most iconic streets, like out on street signs and stuff. Need to do it again, yeah. Haikus are hard. Like, I have a hard time with haikus. I think haikus are very much about presentation, and reading a haiku, like the one that won last year, I don't understand. Like, I think the theme last year was like springtime streets, or like springtime in the streets or something. This year it's Bridges of Belonging is the theme. The winning haiku from last year was, it's a bit of bebop on the boombox, the pigeons strut. Like, that's the poem that won. Like, that's the haiku that beat every other poem last year. And it's like, I don't vibe. I don't understand it, I guess. I don't know. It's cool. Like, I guess, like, reading it in another light and not being tilted about losing. Yeah, okay. I can see how that's like a fresh spring. Hey, Shirley. Good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, Bridges of Belonging is the theme for the Golden Haiku series this year. Let me see if I can find my submissions from last year. Not in there. Let me check my emails. Okay, so yeah, I found my submissions from last year. And the theme... Oh man, okay, let me find this other email too. Windows Shift S? Yeah, okay. All right, I've got that. Here, good to see you, good to see you. Let's see. I don't recognize the avatar photo. Not here anymore used to be the username, I think. Or I'm not here anymore. I think that is this avatar photo, but I don't remember. It looks like he might have changed it, but welcome, and it's good to see you. I think that's who you are. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me, but I think that your actual username is I'm not here anymore. I'm guessing, but I could be wrong. Reflecting in this past year, look at the analytics. Yeah, it's true. Julia, okay, gotcha. I've been corrected. Let's see. Interesting. Okay, I can't find the prompt. I think it was like springtime, spring in the streets or something from last year. My poem, my haikus that I submitted: frozen sidewalks melt, frigid glaciers are rivers, spring sun on our cheeks. And then my second haiku that I submitted: beauty isn't sun before first being dark dirt, growing from night bloom. But I got beaten by a pigeon with a boombox. I don't understand haikus. It doesn't make any sense to me. But now that I've said that, a pigeon with a boombox is pretty funny. Like, yeah, you got it. I'm over here talking about flowers blooming out of dark dirt, and there's just a pigeon walking down the street with a boombox on its shoulder. Chuck Norris wasn't born, he was ejected from a volcano. It's funny that you bring up volcanoes. We had, so we played D&D on Saturday nights. Last night, I was up very late, and there's a volcano in the area of my world where we're playing right now. But the lava in it has been not cursed, but kind of interacted with by one of the party members, has a phoenix companion. And the lava itself is like stained purple, so it glows with this purple magma, and it like lights up the night sky with purple. It's kind of a neat volcano reference. Did you get your roof and your heating fixed before winter? So I've replaced all the zone valves in my unit now. Yeah, I've replaced every zone valve in my boiler room, and I did finish that one part of I did one half of my roof, John. I didn't have the funds to do the other half. I'm going to do that this coming summer, as money allows. But I got the part of my roof that was leaking taken care of. I did do that entire half of my house with minimal help. I had one friend help me with tear off, and then I did all the shingles, the underlayment, I did all of that in the next 48 hours, basically stopping to sleep. But yeah, next year I will buy a pneumatic nailer and a compressor. That's for sure, because I did it with just a hammer and a tool belt with nails in it. And man, that was rough. Shirley says, I wrote one poem in my life. It's in a book somewhere, Mystery of the Lights. One poem in your life and it ended up in a book, Shirley? That's awesome. That's so cool. Hey, where's the new beanie? I was talking about this when I first started stream. There is a community hat box in our house, and all of the hats end up in this hat box. And yesterday I made a big stink about my hats are too cool to be in the hat box, because my hats have different logos on them. Like I have magic hat with my pins. I've got this hat with Fallout, and then she got me another hat with magic symbol that I have tattooed on my arm as a patch. So, and the BYG poetry hat was in there, and I took all of the hats out of the hat box and brought them into my office. And I don't know where my BYG poetry hat is this morning, and I didn't want to not go live on time just to try to find it. So it's in the house somewhere. I was wearing it yesterday, but I don't know exactly where it is. Yeah, roofing is expensive, Shirley. I got a quote from a contractor last summer, and he wanted, it was like $21,000 to do the part of my roof that I wanted fixed. And then in his little contract, or in his quote, he said, "In any materials I have to bring, I'm going to upcharge you 25%." It's like, okay, well, give me this list and I'll go see what that costs. Maybe I can save myself 25% and I'll just buy the materials beforehand. And I went to Home Depot with a list, or I went to HomeDepot.com. I didn't actually go to Home Depot, but I went to the website and like priced things out. It's like, oh, this is $1,800 for all of the shingles, the underlayment, like all the stuff. And he's like, well, $1,800. So I'm paying this guy basically 20 grand to do the work. It's like, so I can save myself 20 grand by doing it myself. Okay. And then I went to YouTube University and spent like 3 weeks learning how to do roofing. I've done it once before with my dad, but this is my first time doing shingles. I've done like roll roofing before. So yeah, that's why I did it myself, because I didn't want to pay somebody $20,000 to do it for me. Hey, Mother of Nerdlings. Good to see you. Good to see you. Sending hugs to everyone. It's appreciated. So, John, how was your Thanksgiving and Christmas? It's been that long since we've caught up with you. I hope you were able to spend some time with your dad. I did not see my dad for either holiday. I did talk to him on the phone. Thanksgiving and Christmas are not happy times for me a lot of the time. Holidays are not my favorite, and Christmas and Thanksgiving are near the bottom of my list of days that I like to exist. I don't have very many happy Christmas memories, and it just kind of compounds as it has compounded as life has gone on. So I did get to talk to my dad on the phone. I talked to my mom on the phone, but I spent Christmas Eve playing video games with my one of my best friends, and that we sat right here at my computer and we played. I had my dual monitor system up and we were playing games, and it was one of the happiest Christmas Eves I've had in years. Like it was awesome. Like that part was very amazing, and it was just a very good break in the like low rut that I've been in. So that was pretty awesome. Thanksgiving I ended up not working, but got called in the next morning, I think, and then spent like the next 3 days just going into work. I think I got 31 hours of overtime over Thanksgiving weekend. Like we had a 4-day weekend and I ended up working 31 hours. So that was awesome. That's like the best it could be. I made a chunk of money over Thanksgiving. Christmas, I didn't do anything. Christmas Eve, Sheeb and I did gifts, and then Christmas Day, I didn't leave the house. I didn't get called in. I just basically vegetated in front of my computer. I'm half here. Saw you on and wanted to say hello. I appreciate you, Mother Nerdlings. It's good to see you. Hey, Bird. Good to see you too. Sola says, I did roofing for a few days and then I went back to school. Fuck that. Yeah, I'm with you. If I had to do it for a living, I will say, I think it's one of the easiest trades to get into if you're trying to do like handyman work, is you just need a truck and some tools. Like everything else is like job by job, and you can bring, like I loaded up all the stuff for my roof in the back of my 6-foot bed on my truck, and like I don't know, if a guy can go give you a quote for 20 grand and then you go buy the stuff for $2,500 in a weekend, you could make $15,000. I don't know, that seems like, if you're an ambitious young guy or young girl and if you want to make some money, that seems like a good way to do it to me. Yeah, that was just one half of my roof, like from the ridgeline to the side of it that was leaking. That's what they wanted. I built some stuff in Maine in exchange for a welder and such. Yeah, that's a good barter system. Yeah, that's how I felt about it. It's like, I will just learn how to do it for 20 grand. Like that's insane. No. You showing up tonight is the best Christmas I got this year, dude. I'm smiling from ear to ear. Man, thank you, John. Tonight, that's right. You guys are on that future time. Because I went live at 9 a.m. for me. which I think I'd like to start doing this on Sundays. I think that the streaming multiple times a week for like little 2-hour blocks might not be the best thing for me for my schedule. Like, just I get overwhelmed with feeling pressured to do it, and then I have this like demand avoidance where I don't want to do it. It's like, I said I was going to do it, and now people are asking me why I'm not doing it, and now I just feel bad, and I've like spiraled out. So I think I do want to stream more in 2025, and I'd like to come up with. I'd like to pursue more of the content creation side of the channel. Like 2024 was awesome. I don't know if everyone in this chat is in the Discord. Let me see if I can screen share it, because I think let's see. See if I can screen share this for those of you that might be interested. There we go. So these are the stats for for the channel last year. I went into 2024 with 13 subscribers and 2 uploads. So just in this last year, the channel has taken off. I mean, a lot of this is the sobriety check-ins and people being supportive because they like the journey, or the support is very easy to throw out for someone on their sobriety journey. There's not as much engagement on the poetry side of things, but like there is engagement on the poetry side of things. There are 7 viewers here right now, so like you guys are amazing. But yeah, I would like to continue this trend and get over 1 million views this next year. Like, I think that's a pretty achievable goal, looking at what we've already been able to do, and it'll be a big milestone for me. Like that. I don't know. What did I do here? Why am I tiny? Making big. There we go. Stop sharing. Thank you. Yeah, I think I want to do more of like the just chatting, like the hanging out, talking, and the writing streams I still want to do too, because I'm working on Prompts of Winter right now. I've only transcribed like 25 poems into it now, but I am working on that book. And that is something that I want to be releasing sometime, probably in the spring, and then in the middle of summer do Prompts of Spring, and then do another Prompts of Summer Volume 2, that kind of stuff. Yeah, the views are awesome. Like 600,000 views on a channel as small as mine is like, I mean, I made 400 videos. Even if we do the math on my averages, like it's still quite a few views. Like it's over 1,000 views on average for everything I post. That's not necessarily what happened. For the last month where I was not posting super consistently and I missed my time slots and I started getting bad about like what time of day I was posting, my views went from like 2,500 on average to 400, 500. But that's what happens if you're not consistent. Like that's the thing about the YouTube algorithm. If you let it if you don't contribute to it consistently, it just cuts you out. It's like you're not worth pushing anymore. Yeah, that is correct, Shirley. From what I understand, it helps when people like the videos to help get your videos out more. That is correct. That's a good metric. And then just watch time. Like if you pull up a video and watch it from start to finish without clicking off, that tells the YouTube algorithm that it's very engaging and it will show it to more people. That's actually one of the main metrics that YouTube uses for pushing your content. Let's see if I can pull up Studio and I can pull up. I can actually show you what that looks like on the back end. Let's see, can I share this screen? Okay, so is this live? Yeah. So this is my dashboard for YouTube Analytics. It's telling me my views are lower than normal, but here's a trend of my last month, which you see it's not good. I haven't been posted. I've been losing a bunch of subscribers because I haven't been posting. People aren't engaging because I'm not there anymore. I haven't posted in like a month and a half, which is fine. That sometimes everybody needs a break. But I can go down here and click like my actual videos. So like we'll be talking about my sobriety journey. I can click on the video and myself pull it up. I can go to the analytics for that video, and this gives me total views. And then if I scroll down, this is my watch time graph. So this is a line that tells me what percentage of viewers are still watching at what point of the video. And you can see at 30 seconds, 70% of people that clicked on this video are still watching, which is a very good metric to have. Usually if you have more than 50% at 30 seconds, that's awesome for small YouTubers, because I don't have professional edits. This is no editing done to this video. It's just 5 minutes of me talking to the camera. And then you can see as the video goes on, people click away, people click off and go do the other stuff. But usually in the first 30 seconds of a video is when YouTube is really looking at the retention, and they want to make sure people aren't clicking away. So that is one of the most useful things and like the best things to support small channels, especially like mine, which is not super big, not very professionally edited. Like I'm learning. Watch time and liking, sharing, like all of that stuff helps. But watch time, I believe, is the biggest metric as far as the algorithm is concerned. Pat yourself on the back. I'm not very flexible, but there we go. Oh, sorry for that. I should have worn a sleeved t-shirt. I'm wearing my sleeping t-shirt still. Your page was like 7 down when I searched BYG Poetry. It didn't show until pages and pages down. I thought you deleted the channel. Oh no, I didn't delete the channel. I will say, let's see. Interesting. I wonder if that's a jaded metric, because when I type in my username, it is the very first thing and it only pulls up my videos. Let me go back to the home page and search it. So when I search it, I just type it like this, because that's my @ handle. Yeah, my YouTube @ is actually just all together and lowercase. But that pulls up my channel first. Oh yeah, and then when you put the space on there, when you put the space in, I fall off that front page. Even when I search it, when it's my channel. I mean, I'm at the top of the list right now because I'm live, but I think it's showing me that because that's me. But if you search it without the space between BYG and Poetry, I pull up. It's all my content. That's all my stuff. But yeah, I think that's just because that's my @ handle, because there is a space on my channel name the way I have it presented. But yeah, if you don't post, it's like if you don't give YouTube content to push, it doesn't push your channel just generically unless you're getting watch time or people are watching your videos. So if I didn't post for 6 weeks and you go look for my channel, YouTube isn't going to show you my channel because I have not been active. It's like, you don't actually want to see this. You want to see all these other things that are doing well, unless you are looking for a specific video or stuff like that. But yeah, watch time is king for sure. And that's actually how you can start making money on YouTube. Like that's one of the metrics that you have to hit to get monetized, which let's see, let me pull this back open. So this is with a space between them. And then if you search it with no space, it pulls up all of my stuff and it's just me on there. But if you do the space between BYG and Poetry, I'm popping up because I'm live right now, but all of the stuff on the search page that's not me live is not me. And you'd probably have to scroll for a while to try to find me. That's one way to guarantee I show up. Let's see, YouTube Studio. Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing like a channel tour of like the back end. Don't think this is against any rules, but on the earn tab down here, so this is where YouTube will actually start your earning journey. I've already hit the first step of milestones to become profitable. Well, not profitable, like making an income. But I still need this 3,000 watch hours. In the last year, I've only gotten 629 because most of my views are from shorts, and short views don't contribute towards this. So this number is only being contributed to by my long form content, which are like 2-minute poetry videos. So the people that watch my shorts aren't actually contributing towards this number at all. Like, you could watch my short 1,000 times and it wouldn't give me a single watch hour, even if it was a minute long short. So once I hit one of these milestones, that's why they have shorts and watch hours as separate. Like, if you get 25, like, you need 3 million short views in 3 months to get monetized off shorts. Like, that's just not feasible to me. I've got a much better chance of the watch hours being the thing that is getting me the second milestone. But once I hit this, I'll be able to unlock like the streaming perks, and I could have it becomes a lot more like Twitch. Like, people can chime in, super chat, like things like that. And it's not really the kind of monetization that I want to do. Like, I don't want people to tune into this channel and like want to donate money to me. I'd rather you tuned into this channel, and if you want to support me, you go buy my book. That would be the best way to support me. But this is the first step, and once you have that, and once you have that unlocked, you become eligible for watch page ads, which is where you can get compensation for YouTube putting adverts on your videos, which is where you don't have a whole lot of control over this. Whether I enable it or not, YouTube will put ads on the video after I hit this milestone. So there's no point to not enable it for me. But you need 4,000 watch hours for that. And once I hit that milestone, then I can start. I'll actually have something coming in from the channel, even if it's small and like pennies. It'll be something, which is a pretty cool thing to be. But like I said, in the last year, I'm less than 700 watch hours, even with 600,000 views. It's a slow grind. Even in my subscriptions, it was hard to find. Oh, yeah, that's my fault for not posting. Because your subscription feed should post, like, you'll see things that you've watched recently and people that have been posting consistently. Thanks, Shirley. I took that picture. That's the Parks Highway. The sun is actually the coolest part of that photo. For sure. Like, this is not photo edited or anything. This is actually the photo that I took with my phone camera, which is one of my favorite parts about it. Yeah, it's sundogs and this sunshine. I don't know what the phenomenon is that is making it do this, but this is not an edited photo. Like, that is the sunrise that I took a picture of. I pulled over on the side of the highway and stood in the middle of the road like a doofus because it was so pretty. It was so beautiful. Yeah, that's supposed to be the big surprise when I get up out of my chair and go grab a drink or something. The sun becomes visible, but yeah, it's one of my favorite pictures I've ever taken. I watched another video and someone else had the same song in the background. Oh man, yeah, it's a generic lo-fi beat from StreamYard. So I don't pay for any sounds right now, so I don't have anything that's exclusive to me. Oh, since I've got my community here and I want to generate hype for this video when it eventually comes out, I'm going to give you guys a spoiler. See if I can get some feedback from you guys. I did this with some of my Discord friends. Bird has already seen this, but let's see. There's no crazy information on here. Just checking. Okay. Let me share my screen again. Um, I posted about this in the Discord, and it is an idea that I go to the grocery store and I take an item off the shelf and I take the cool words. There's no audio to this clip, so you'll just have to. I'm gonna narrate it live. Like, there's so many cool words on the bottle or on the product. Like, what if we took these cool words from marketing that aren't art right now, and we put them into a word bank, and we can take all of the unique, very strange, interesting words from the product and turn them into something. But we also have a lot of these filler words, and we need to get the filler words out of here too. And we're going to see just how many cool filler words we have. And after we get them all off the bottle into the word bank, and we can start turning them into something poetic. I don't know if that showed up or if that played very well, but that is that's my video spoiler for what's coming up on the channel. Manganese? You just giving me all the medications, all the vitamins? It's too bad sharing pics isn't able to be done here. I took a pic in 2015 that is my favorite of all time. Love to see it, Shirley. That would be awesome. I have very few photos that I've actually taken off my phone and moved onto my computer so I don't lose them. But this is one of them. This has been awesome. Thank you, everybody, for coming out in the support this morning. I don't know if it's the time slot or if you are all excited for me to be live. I've got a Barbara who wants her walkie. Speak soon, dude. All right, have a good one, John. Pat Barbara on the head for me. Cool twist. I think it would make some fun and creative works of poetry. So the editing that I have in my head is walking through a grocery store that's like gray and bland and just boring, and like we're surrounded by the capitalist marketing, and like there's a script that I'm working on too. It's hard to be creative in that environment, and I would like to try to make a creative experience from the environment that is designed to. The most creative you can get in a capitalist environment is marketing. Like, it's their whole job is to make it, like, hey, this is eye-catching and creative. And it's like, okay, so marketers are like the artistic community in the capitalist machine. All right, that's cool. We can take what they're doing to try to catch my eye and turn it into art, like actual art. So taking a thing off the shelf or having like the camera pan around the store and having like a pop of color on it. Like, oh, what's that? Grab it, and then I take the item home, talk about it. I'm going to take all the words off of it and make it into a word bank. Like, every single word I'm going to transcribe and use that word bank to create something with. I don't know. It sounds super cool to me. I think it'll be really fun. And the part of it that I was dreading the most, like actually transcribing all the words, is very easy because your phone, like my phone, just has a copy text function in the camera. So I can just point it at the bottle, take a picture, and then take all the text out of it and move it into a Word document. I'll still have to like hand sort and like put all the words together in a list and a word bank and stuff, but the actual part of like reading it off the bottle, one word at a time, I don't have to do it that way. So I'm very excited about it. Yeah, that's a fun way to be. No, this has been a lot of fun. I also have ambitions to start a third channel that is BYG branded, just for the times that I want to go live but don't want to do poetry. Like when I'm just at my computer playing a game and like just kind of unwinding. I still want to turn the camera on, and I think it would be fun. So I think I'm going to do another BYG, like BYG Gaming or BYG Plays Games, and just have it be like a hangout session channel where I turn the camera on and play like indie games or silly games with people in chat. I think that would be a lot of fun. And I don't necessarily want to do it on the main channel, so I don't mess my algorithm up, because I don't want people coming to this channel that are only here for gameplay and then they don't contribute to the poetry. I'll run into the same issue I'm having with the shorts content, like the sober shorts. Poetry overlap is not it's confusing metrics for the analytics. Like the channel doesn't know what it's trying to do. I want to talk more about 4HJ. I want to talk more about this. Okay. 4HJ is this. I've coded the word. Let's go. Okay. I'm going to refill my coffee cup. I'll be right back. I wish I had a little advert to play, but I don't. So you're lucky. You just get to look at the beautiful sunrise. But I'll be right back. Okay, I filled up my coffee cup. Let's see. Where I can live off this. You could rebrand the second channel to include all gaming, not just Magic. I would run into the same problem that I don't want to run into with the poetry channel there, Bird. I don't want people coming to the Magic channel looking for gaming content, like with looking at myself as a viewer. If there's a Magic content creator that I go to watch and I open their page and they're doing something that's not Magic, I have no interest in it. I'm not going to click the video. But the Magic community as a whole is a very niched. Like, if there's one Magic content creator you like, you'll usually go back over and over and over again. There's one of the content creators that I watch plays Legacy. I don't play Legacy. We don't have a Legacy scene here, but I like his content creation. and I watch his video just about every day. When I open his channel and he's not playing Legacy, even if he's playing other Magic, like if it's not Legacy or Pauper, I don't click on it. Like I don't care. And that's the same niche, just a different format. So I think that will just compound if I'm doing like a generic gaming channel. I'd rather be like a specific like hangout. Like if I have a Magic channel where I do deck techs and Magic content, I want that to be kind of the only thing on there. And it might be a lot more work, but there's no pressure. Like they're extra channels. Like they are, if they do well, they do well. But I'm not like trying to make a living out of being a gaming streamer. It's just I still want to be hanging out. And if I'm going to be at my computer playing games, then I don't know, why not turn the camera on? Seems kind of fun. I wish I was into tabletop stuff more than just painting. Yeah, I wish that I actually could play the game, and well, I can, but I haven't yet. I have worked on an army and a kill team and D&D stuff. And like the only tabletop game I actually play is D&D right now. It's a bit chilly in Eagle River, 8 degrees, no doubt, much colder. Yeah, we're supposed to have a whole week of like 15 below as our high for the next like 6 days. It's gonna be ass. But so as far as into Magic, I'm still into Magic. I've taken a big step back from purchasing new cards. Like I haven't looked at any of the new stuff, and my Magic channel is slowly shifting to being focused on pre-modern, which is a very specific niche of Magic. And that's kind of where I've been at with that, and that's been a lot of fun, and I'm getting support from the pre-modern community, so that's kind of fun. I think my second channel is up to 20 subs that I haven't done any plugging for, which feels pretty cool. But yeah, this is not that channel though. This is poetry and talking and hanging out. So if there's any, I have my notebook open and I have a pen in front of me. If we want to do some writing today, I'm down to do that too. I'm enjoying catching up and hanging out and just talking, but I am more than happy to put pen to paper this morning. I think it will help me now, especially now that I've had 1 cup of coffee. We're on cup number 2. Breaking out of the downturn, like the down mood and the rut that I was in, feels really good. And one of the things that has been helping is I found one of my old projects. It's a fantasy novel that I started in 2015. I wrote like 1 chapter of it on one of my old smartphones, and I found it in my notes on my new phone, like after it synced everything up, and I've been reading through that. I worked on it like a year ago. I went through a phase where I found it and I worked on it a year ago, and then I forgot about it, and I found it again like just a couple of weeks ago. And I forgot that I had written chapter 2 and like started reading it through it again. It's like, wow, the first part is pretty cringe. Like I wrote it, as a young man, and I wasn't very good at writing in general. Prompt: waiting for Orion to arrive in the sky, winter sky. Is that what's it called? What's the word? Constellation? Let me show you how ignorant I am. I don't know what that means. I go look that up. It is. Oh, right. Orion's belt. I didn't realize there was actually a whole other Orion, which he's the archer. That's right. Okay. I know the belt. I don't know the man. I've looked at his belt many times in the night sky. What is significant about waiting for him to arrive in the night sky? So let's, can I ask? I'm gonna call this one Orion's Arrival for Solus. And we'll start this one right there. Orion arrives primarily in the winter sky. I guess I never really thought of that. Like we don't see the stars in the summer, so yeah, I guess that makes sense. I didn't realize that was the rest of the world too. Like Orion's Belt is one of the primary, like Orion's Belt and the Big Dipper are the constellations that I look for in the night sky subconsciously. The Big Dipper is and the Little Dipper as well. Well, I have to go. It was great seeing you and actually catching you live. Take care, Johnny. Thank you, Shirley. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Drive safe if you're leaving anywhere. I know the roads are nasty down there. Papa Poetry is cooking poetry. I'm happy to hear some. It's been a long wait. Yeah, I'm trying, Jill. Yeah, I'll read this one and then I can do a reading of the one I posted on Ko-Fi too. Someone else said Papa Poetry. That's actually my Discord username in Bird's Discord too. When I sign in on Bird's Discord, I come up as Papa Poetry. It's transcended just this channel, Solus. I do what I can. Started that some time ago and it's stuck. That's true. I've been Papa Poetry for a hot second in the channel. And the Discord too. Actually, let me go make that change right now in our Discord. There we go. And with that quick and easy change, I am now Papa Poetry in our Sober Poet Society Discord. Easy, easy. Wow, my coffee is definitely hitting right now. I'm sitting here like zinging. I still like the idea of a long sleeve shirt with Papa Poetry logo would be cool merch. So I have to get to this first milestone to be able to do a merch store on the YouTube channel. Like I could do it on Ko-Fi, Coffee, however you want to say that. I could do that too, but I have to create it and have a link to it. Oh, I was waiting to make merch until I could actually link it to the channel page. I don't know how successful those pages are, but yeah, once I get to 3,000 watch hours, I can actually create a store page that's actually on the channel, and I don't know how that works. I haven't really looked into it because I'm not there yet. But yeah, that would be awesome. Like Papa Poetry logo would be sweet. I would be a big fan. And like the stickers, I need to do bigger stickers and like reorder those and have those on the coffee store. I think that the coffee Ko-Fi is going to be my biggest push this next year as far as people that want to support the channel and like get merch and like get stuff. But if they came in one at a time and it wasn't going to be overwhelming, that would be super awesome. Like the community would be, if the community could do this, the supplying, that would be ideal. That would be an amazing thing. But I think that'd be super special. Let's see, I gotta go back to, what was I doing? This is what I was doing. I've rhymed myself into a corner here. Sorry, I'm thinking. I thought I knew how it ended, and then I goofed up my line. I had this set up, I had to sell it, but I'm sure I can still get in there. I have a few others wanting merch that I'm working on. It's a possibility, and I'm more into your brand than another rap label. I could rap Solus. I mean, I could be another rap label. We can compete with them. Let him cook, let him cook. Yeah. Oh man, I almost did the cringiest rhyme just now, trying to be a little rapper. Let's not do that. Let him cook. All right, it's time 102. Okay, so this one's not too bad. 12 minutes. So I was actually doing a lot quicker than I thought I was. This is the first prompt poem I've written in since the last stream, whenever that was. How long ago was that? Let's check. It was a long time ago. I think it was like 6 weeks ago. Let's see. Late night poetry writing was 1 month ago, so about 4 weeks was since my last stream. It's kind of insane. It says 1 month, but I guess it gets pretty generic. Once you go past the 1 month, it doesn't update until you get to the next month mark. So, okay. Excuse me for being rusty, but here we go. This is Orion's Arrival for Solace. I wrote this one in 12 minutes. So 11 minutes and 58 seconds, actually. Let's be specific. What battles are waged in this galaxy? Where will your arrow land? How long have you been looking out for me? Ever eager for your arrival, snowflakes falling like hourglass sand. I gaze upon you in awe nearly every night, wondering if I shall ever join your ranks. So many unaware of the overhead fight. I hope my amazement is enough thanks. Summer takes so long to fade. Sunsets slipping away like the pride of a lion. Every waiting moment is gladly paid, taking me back to the feet of Orion. I actually really like how that came out. I like how that read. I didn't read it out loud in my head before I started, so I wasn't sure where we were going to end up, but I like how that came out. That's very cool. Come on. What? Come on, what? What is that? What is come on? What the fuck, dude? These are always so good. I appreciate you. You guys are so encouraging and like motivating. It's very helpful. I've even got my author mug this morning. There's a thumbnail for the video. That's funny. Let's see. Wow. Yeah, the last time I streamed, I had a very crispy undercut. It looks like my haircut was fresh the last time I streamed. And now it is definitely not. Speaking of. There we go. Yeah, we can let it out of the hat for a while. That way I can judge it without having to look at my thumbnails. Yeah, it's definitely not crispy anymore. I'm due today. We're actually gonna cut my hair today. I think is the plan. Oh, that should be fun. Oh, I'm sorry. I read it kind of fast once I finished it. Thank you for doing a replay. That helps. That's the other thing about watch time. Like the things for YouTube channel watch time is live streams or long form videos. Like shorts don't contribute, but the other two do. So like all my live streaming is probably where those 600 hours have come from, which is kind of neat. Braid it. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ever going to get that far. I'd like to get my beard long enough to braid eventually, but so for 2025, just a little spoiler again for the upcoming year, I'm not gonna shave my beard off. I'm gonna clean up like my cheek lines and my neckline and my mustache, but I'm not gonna mess with the length. I'm just gonna let this kind of go and see where I end up by the end of 2025, or if it drives me insane. But that's my goal, is to not shave my beard off. Like, I'm still gonna clean up and not look like a caveman, but watch the streams a few times over, and I appreciate that. That helps. It actually helps a lot. That watch time adds up. And I think the longer streams will probably be easier on me going forward, because I like the repeatability of the small like prompt streams. Like if I do 2 hours a night or 2 hours like 3 times a week, that's 6 hours. If I do Sunday morning and we catch 10, 12 people in stream at once, then I think that's like an indicator that maybe Sunday mornings, like this time slot, is pretty good. Whereas like evenings during the week, that's just when I can stream because I have to go to work. But if I can do like a Sunday morning stream, even if it's like early for me, it's like more convenient for the majority of the people that want to watch. I think that would be really cool. Yeah, that's the problem with my mustache, Solus. I need to clean up above my upper lip because I hate eating it, and I catch myself when I'm driving. When I'm thinking about something, I end up doing this, and then it gets really, really annoying because I just mess with one side of it, and this one side gets all like mangled. So that's usually my indicator to like clean up the lines and shorten it up, so I can't reach it. I'll catch myself. What am I doing? And I appreciate you. We've come a long way since the very first one of these streams that I met most of you at, and it's been pretty cool. The whole journey has been pretty awesome. Oh, I don't pull anything out, but I do mess with it quite a bit. I will aggravate it. Let's see. I need to work on one of the Ko-Fi poems. Let me open up. You gonna let me in? Oh man, okay. Email my authorization so I can click on it. Come on. Are you in my junk? I've had an account with this stupid website for like, I don't know, over a year, and they still send stuff to my spam folder. I've marked them as not spam so many times. 064044. There we go. Okay. Okay. View my page. Oh man, okay. I need to redo the graphics for these for my members. This is ugh. I've come so far since I started this. This is yucky. I don't know if that's necessarily a true statement, though. I think that they might do things that remind us of the one that has passed. I don't know if the personality trait that they've taken on is necessarily like them doing it. It's us remembering it. But I could be wrong. I've definitely experienced that in the last couple of months. It's like the dogs will be doing something that reminds me of Trip. They don't know I don't think they know, but what they're doing reminds me of him. No, I definitely I can see where you're coming from with that statement. I just don't necessarily think that they're taking it on. I think that we are remembering it. Yeah, it makes it more noticeable. Like the absence of the other animal makes it more noticeable for sure. Sorry if my keyboard is making a bunch of noise. I'm just replying. Right, I was going to read the most recent Ko-Fi poem. That's what I was going to do. So I can actually share that screen so you can all read along with me if you'd like. I think that might be better. There we go. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, there we go. This is Words Left Behind. This is, most of you that are here probably already read this because I linked it in the Discord too. But if you don't follow me on Ko-Fi and you want to see these poems before they get shared anywhere else, that is the way to do it. It's free to make an account. You don't have to pay any money unless you want to. And it helps my content. I'm eventually going to be moving from Facebook to Ko-Fi exclusively as my social media. As soon as I get fleshed out how much I want to post and I can be more consistent, I'm going to delete the Facebook facet of BYG Poetry. I'm not going to delete the page, but I'm going to make a little post announcement on there that I'm going to not be posting there anymore. And just delete Facebook from my phone and not use it. But yeah. This is where I'm going to be posting my written poetry. If you would like to see it there, you want to be supportive, that's the way to do so. It helps me know that what I'm doing on Ko-Fi is likely to be successful, and it helps motivate me to keep posting there. I do have 2 different tiers. It's $2 a month. It's just whatever support if you want to. Like, don't do it unless you are in a place that you're comfortable to do it. And then $5 a month will get you 2 poems that you are only seen by you. You are the only tier that gets to see those, and that tier gets you your own channel, your own talking channel in the Discord. So only you and I can get into that channel. We can have conversations in there. We can talk about whatever you want. It's a text channel that is just for you guys, for the people in that tier. This is Words Left Behind, and I wrote this in the middle of the night. I could not sleep. I believe this was Christmas night is when I wrote this. So I have had a problem since I was a very young child. I think my first panic attack like this was like I was 5 or 6. I've talked about this before on the channel, so I won't repeat it a whole lot. But I'm terrified of dying, of being dead. Like, that shit scares me. It scares me to a debilitating level. Like, I have anxiety attacks. I've had to pull over while I'm driving, like scream at the windshield, punch my steering wheel. Like I have like full blown, I shut down. I get really overwhelmed by it. And it was happening to me on Christmas this year, laying in bed trying to go to sleep, and I like kept sitting up and like doing the shake, like I was having big stimulus from my brain, and it wasn't something that I was able to shut off. So I started writing, and this is the poem that came out of that. So this is Words Left Behind by me. Consumed by thoughts of the things I must do, accomplish, overcome, before my steel resolve crumbles to rust. Why am I so afraid to return where I came from? From nothing I emerged. In the empty I found breath. This branching timeline will eventually converge. Will I return to nothing? Is it the same? Death? Twilight hours where fear always finds me. Anxious for the unknown. Plagued by my own inevitability. Afraid of the dark. The absence. I don't want to be alone. But I will not be. That's my eventually. Dust of a memory's memory. Words all that's left of me. I think I'm gonna make this into a video for the channel, and I don't know. I know that people don't necessarily like the like dark, depressing poetry, or like they don't like to think about it, and that's fine. I'm not trying to be a downer about it, but I think it will help me be able to talk about it without like sending myself off, because I'm still to a point where if I think about it, like reading this is something that like I'm actively sitting here thinking about, like I've lost my complete ramble trap here, and am not making much sense. I'm sorry for that. But I think I'm going to make this one into a video, and really like how it reads. The way that I read it is the way that I intended it when I write it. My mom read it and sent me a text, and then we ended up talking a little bit on the phone, and said, "You're not alone." It's like, I understand that if that's what your takeaway is, then you've missed a major point of what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is I will be. Eventually I will be. That's the thing. But yeah, that's the thing that gets me. Let's see. All right, I can stop this, but let's see. Let me go back here. I can go to my page. So this is the BYG Poetry page on Ko-Fi. It really wants you to like click these buttons, and it like, if you're familiar with Patreon, Ko-Fi is just another version of Patreon that is more skinned around buying the creator a cup of coffee. That's what they call their donations. You can do it with memberships. You can do it with one-time donations. It's entirely up to you. But following the person does not cost anything. You can, let's see. Yeah, so this is my like back end. I've got 4 people following me. I'm following 4 people, and I've had 2 people that have donated to the channel at various points. You can see those. You can see the donations that you've made. This is an indie author that I made a pretty sizable donation to help them get started on a podcast. So I actually wrote them a little poem when I did the donation, because this author is one that I ran into on Facebook and I found very inspiring. And I really, really wanted his page and the podcast that he was trying to do to take off. So I funded the purchase of a microphone for him that would get him started on the podcast. And that's why that donation is there from me. And then these are things that have come into the channel since I started. This is February of last year. But the memberships, just going over it real quick. So this gets you Discord access. This gets you a direct link and you get a little badge. I haven't made the Discord private at this point, which anyone who clicks on it can get into it. So this is mainly just support, and then Discord access is something you get on the channel anyway. Like, you don't have to be a member to get the Discord access, as you all know. But you do get a special little tab badge in the Discord. And then being an Inkpot technician, you get your own channel, and you get 2 poems that will only be shown to this tier. I don't have any people in that tier right now, but I'm still working on the poems and posting them on Ko-Fi. I will be posting them on Ko-Fi. I've been pretty lax about it since I don't have anyone in that tier, but I need to be better about that. So see, I have these conversations with my parents often. They see how deep we are, but can't get close enough to understand without taking it personal. I'm still in awe of those analytics. Seeing you helping others too adds to my gut feeling, and you belong. You being a person to know and contribute to. And I appreciate your kindness, Solus. Like, I was blown away by those. I haven't been keeping track of that metric very much, and seeing it the end of the year summarized up like that, it's just like, what? No way. I'm more amazed. Like, I posted 400 videos last year, or this year, including live stream, shorts, poetry videos. Like, That's a lot. That's a lot. And I think that if I narrow down and I don't focus on posting every day and focus more on posting better content, I think that'll be better for the channel going forward. Like if I focus on posting higher quality content that takes me a little bit longer to make, I think that will be better for the longevity of the channel rather than like every day making a 20-second video. I do think that helped. That was my motivating factor for doing those, is it was helping me hold myself accountable. And that's been super awesome. Like, getting started that way and making it to the 1-year milestone. I made a sober check-in 343 of those days, like with some low points, and like, yeah, of course you're gonna have that. Everybody has good days, but no one has a good day every day, I believe is the quote. Like, everyone has good days, but nobody has a good day every day. And that is something that I've tried to embrace. I'm a fan. Like, the shorts helped me when I needed them to. And I think that's the value that was to be extracted from the shorts. Like, making them was helpful to me. And after so many days, it felt like I was putting on an act, that's just a bad place to be mentally for content creation and for the subject of my content creation, like with sobriety and depression. And like, I'm taping a mask on is what it felt like. Like, I'm still here and like trying to talk about it. And I'm so worried about turning my camera on and being in a dark place or in a down place that I'm so afraid of people thinking I'm doing it to get attention. And I know that that's not what I'm doing, but I don't want that to be the thought, and I don't want to promote people doing that to get views on YouTube. And because it's a social media platform, and the long and short of it, YouTube is a social media search engine. Like, I don't want to do that kind of creation. And when I feel like I'm putting a mask on, then it's not engaging or fun for me. It feels like a chore. And it is a chore. It was a chore in the beginning, and I did it, and I made myself do it, and it felt real. Like, it felt real. Like, I was in that moment where I wasn't putting a mask on. Like, it was difficult. And I didn't feel like I was putting a mask on. I was showing myself that shitty low spot in my life, and as a motivating factor. But I felt like I was in a good place going into like 320, 330, 340 days. And it got to where I was feeling like I was faking it. And that's not something that I wanted to do. And it did not make me feel very good. Yeah, the link to remember is other people were looking forward to and counting on the shorts. Yeah, that's the one crappy part. Hey, Ange. Only here for a minute, miss these, and all you guys. We miss you too. It's good to see your username pop up. Yeah, that's one of the main things, is to like make a long form video and then chop it up into shorts. And that's like, use the shorts to promote the long form, which is what a lot of other channels that are successful do. And then that's how like people that have main YouTube channels that also have TikToks, like they do that too. They cut their long form content up and make it into TikToks to bring people to the YouTube channel. And there's never all the information in the short. It's just to get you to click, which is, I mean, that sounds beneficial. Yeah, I mean, hater comments are easy to ignore, but everyone is human. Like, eventually reading the same shitty comment for the 1000th time, I don't know, it gets old. And I've banned quite a few people from the channel, like usually after the second time, where I've been like, hey, like, be kind, like, don't be an asshole. If they continue to post nonsense, I just ban them so I can't see their stuff anymore. But Yeah, I hope things are going well for you, Ange. I saw your post in the Discord, and I hope that the move is not going to be too much. I hope that you get on your feet and stay up. Of course. That is the one thing about the long form content is I want to start focusing on trying to come up with a series idea that's not just me like, hey everyone, it's John, and here I'm going to read you a poem, and then the end of the video. Like that doesn't, as an author and as a poetry speaker, that is what I'm trying to do. But how can I package this in a way that makes it entertaining to watch? Because I want people that maybe aren't necessarily already a fan or an already like a poetry person to be like, oh, that's interesting, and like click on it. Like Will It Poem, I think, is a neat series idea. We spent $12,000 in medical trips, so it's cheaper. Oh man. Sola says, what about StreamYard? Is it? I'm assuming StreamYard and not Steam. StreamYard is what I'm streaming on right now. Like that's the software that I have open. Like that's the website I'm on. What about a co-host? Okay, like us being here talking together. That would be, let's see, group layouts. Yeah, we have crop layouts, group layouts. Like, yeah, that would be something that StreamYard is very capable of doing. I don't know what we would call, like, we could just bullshit and like talk, but I don't know if that is necessarily what you're meaning. Yeah, I think it would be fun. Like we could also, I think there's a way to implement, I think StreamYard, you can have like 15 people. Yeah, like that's what it sounds like to me, Joe, like a podcast co-host. Yeah, you're already here most times, it's true. I think the seem like a chat room is kind of the purpose of the chat, right? Like of YouTube chat, because it's like a live chat room. Whereas I'm trying to think of the dynamic, like of the if we were both on screen talking, I think it would be something that would be fun, and I think it would be something that I would like to do. But I don't think it's something that I would like to do every stream. I think it would be something that would be interesting to try, and I would be willing to try it. I don't know what the dynamic would be or what we would talk about, but that's something that we can figure out. If we could pose it like an interview, if we could pose it just like questions, I would want to have a little bit of structure to what our plan is, or maybe have like a storyboard of what we're going to be talking about. So it's trying to understand what I'm thinking. Yeah. while I'm writing the prompts, or I get the prompt, and while I'm doing the writing, Sola's going to be just contemplating or thinking about what I'm going to come up with live, like as a live conscious to the rest of chat. I hope to catch you on the next one, Ange. It was good to see you. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Yeah, that could be a fun thing, or like a live reaction of Solas's face while I'm doing a read of a poem. That could be a good time. That'd be a fun compilation of me reading a poem and have like a bunch of people's reactions. But pull up the video of the bear writing poetry. Yeah, I'm not quite a bear. I'm a little bear, a little baby bear. Oh man, that coffee is doing what it's supposed to do. Let's see. I wish that I was better at editing though, because the way that I can see the video of like the products and the words peeling off of them into a word bank, I'm very hung up on the fact that I'm not capable of doing what I want to do in that scene, and I have to use like a still photo and like move the words and manually type them. How cool would it be if I could hold my hand up and the bottle would just like spin and all the words fly off into like a little bank over here on the side of the screen? That would be so neat, but I cannot. I do not know how. And ChatGPT tells me how, but it's not, yeah. Well, first you need to install this $300 program. Like, I'm not doing that, but thank you. My next major channel purchase is going to be a new camera, which I think is going to be probably the last major purchase for the channel for a while. Like, I'm going to get a new like actual camera, and then I might adjust my setup a little bit. I might try to make some room or change my desk. I might see what I can do for that, but that'll all be kind of pending as things become available. But because I dropped the funds to get 10 ISBNs when I published Prompts of Summer. So I've got 9 more ISBNs. So I've got at least 9 more books that I'm going to be pushing out to make sure that I get my value out of the ISBNs that I've purchased. So my plan is to I want to publish 2 books in 2025. One of them being Prompts of Winter, which is going to come out sometime in the spring. And the other one is my work in progress, Seeds Grow in the Dark, that I've been writing kind of off and on, and it's been sitting in a folder. Once I get a decent mic, I can do this. You can do it. Yeah, I will say I undervalued the mic and the audio mixer until I got one. Like, Bird tricked me into getting a nice audio mixer, and I was tricked, and it was best. So Bird was right. Now let's see if Bird pops in to say I didn't trick you. Even though she did. I do think that the nice microphone does make a very big difference, especially in the concept of my channel being mostly audio based. Like, my ugly mug is not why people show up to this channel. It's definitely to hear. I bought a USB mic. Oh, okay. So they have what is the word? Oh man, I forget the name of it. It's a USB to. It's like a little audio mixer that goes from USB to an actual mic cable. I don't remember the name of the cable, but you know the cable I'm talking about, the like 3-prong screw-in like audio cable. I don't remember the name of those right now. I haven't looked at that since I set this microphone up, but I really like, yeah, XLR. They have because I was looking at that for my spare microphone because it's a USB as well, and I guess they make a little like USB to XLR mixer, but it's not great, but it is a product that exists from what I've looked up. But you would know, being the audio guy, much better than I do. So if that's not an option for your mic, then that you already know that. I don't need to explain that to you. Oh, my coffee cup is empty again. Let's see. This. Oh, I have a question. When it comes to the writing of the poetry for the video that I'm talking about, where I'm taking the words off of random products, so that animation style that I used in Canva, should I keep that style of the video going? Like, I'm gonna have me going to the grocery store or whatever, and then popping into that animated style from the real life. Would it be better to have the words like rearrange themselves in that animation style to create the poem, or would it be better to if there's a shot of me like at the table with this big list of words in front of me, let's get all the words off the bottle and have me like writing it like live, but just like have that played a little bit faster and have like, I'm trying to think of how it would edit together. So that little editing scene would happen and it would pan out and it would show like a bunch of paper on the table with all the different words. And then I'm trying to think of if it would be more engaging to have a cut of me like writing with a pen and paper or something like that at the table, or if it would be better to keep that same animation style and just have me narrating over the top of it. Do you think that, I know that might be hard to imagine, but do you think that there's one of those that would be more engaging? Would it be more personalized if it shows like just the scale of what I'm doing and like zoom out and see me with like all the different words on pieces of paper? I have an interface. It's the program that won't recognize it. Oh, that sucks. Try both. Let's see how that shows. Yeah, I can do that. It's going to be definitely trial and error. I do want Will It Poem to be a series. So once I find out the recipe, like I'm going to try to make it pretty consistent of doing a similar thing. Not the exact same, like not the same clip, but maybe the same clip to some degree of certain aspects. I also want to make a channel like intro video that's like 20 seconds, maybe 15 seconds of like a bunch of cuts and like clips and quotes of me from over the last year. I want to try to find tidbits of things that I've said or like put it together or like, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool. Like if you click on a video of mine and you know nothing about me, like what are the most iconic things that I've said over the last year? What if it was like those words falling onto the table, like ingredients to start cooking? Yeah, to do that. One of my ideas for the animation, I found the fan in Canva, and that's what I was using to blow the words off the bottle. But one of the other ideas I had was like me holding the bottle and like shaking it and dropping all the little baby words out. Like I'm gonna call them filler words. Like, but yeah, the cooking stuff could be fun. Do a let him cook scene. Yeah, so one of the quotes that I have been quoted saying, but I don't have a voice clip or a video clip of it, is if notebooks are canvas, then words are the paint we don't have to pay for. I really want that. I really like that expression, and I would really like to be like that included in my little intro, because I think that could be really fun. The other idea for the bottle was to pour it out, like take the cap off, pour the liquid out, and have a bunch of words come out with the liquid. That was one of an idea I got from one of my coworker friends, and I think that would also be good. But shaking it sounds fun too. That can be kind of fun. Yeah, I'm excited for that video. Like I've been working on it mostly mentally, and I just started putting that animation together the other night. It's a lot harder than I thought it was. It's not harder than I thought it was. It's just as hard as I thought it was going to be. And I'm just realizing just how much I don't know about animating. Oh, ouch. Okay. It's very time consuming. Yeah, it's more time consuming than editing, and I'm still gonna have to edit all the video together, which is gonna be annoying. But I try to learn something new every time I edit, and I haven't edited in quite a while. I haven't edited a video together in over a month, and I've just forgotten all the stuff that I used to know how to do. I had to watch a YouTube video on something in Canva that I have done 100 times, and I just forgot how to do it entirely. Those are definitely use it or lose it skills for sure. Yeah. So Bird uses Adobe, from what I understand, and cannot believe that I use Canva for my editing stuff. Or CapCut is my other one that I use. Oh, let's see. Do. All right. Well, let's do another poem before I get out of here. Before I pop up stream, we've got a little bit of shopping to do later on this morning, and I still need to do a few things before I leave the house. I know I was going to do a little bit longer stream, but I didn't realize that I was going to make obligations later on, and did that. So I've got maybe another, I don't know, call it 35, 45 minutes before I probably have to get off of here. So it gives me time to wrap up, do some chatting, do a little bit of writing, maybe answer questions if we've got questions. No, it was good to catch up with everybody. Spice jar shaking out the words onto a cutting board that then turns into your pad of paper to write on. Ah, okay. I see. Speaking of, you found the map, right? That was at your place you were looking for. I know the answer to that question because you didn't find it because I just saw it now that I'm looking in my office. Yeah. So, one sec. Pretty sure this is it. It's you're not going to find it, Bird, because it's right here. I have it. Yeah, this is it. Oh no. It was not in the protective folder where it used to be. It was tucked in my office, over in the back wall, and okay, I am sorry. Let's see. We'll see you next time, Jill. Thank you for being here. It was good to see you. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bird, what time is your guys' session starting? Is it coming up like noon, 1, something like that? I kind of like that imagery, Solus. It's okay. All right. Sounds good. If you do, I'm very sorry. I like that imagery. It's kind of like the prompt poetry thumbnail that I use, where it's like your prompts going into a meat grinder and then me cranking it into poems. Oh man, that sucks, because you put all this work into this cool map, and then you thought you had it, and it wasn't. It's in my house. But, all right. Well, Oh shit! Actually, I don't think my car is plugged in. What is the temperature right now? It's cold. I know that, but how cold is it? It is negative 23 degrees right now. Yuck. Oh, okay. All right. I won't worry about it then, Bird. I was thinking of starting my rig and running it out to you, but if you guys don't wanna move all the stuff you've already got, that's fine. Yeah, I think that's a cool edit that could happen to Solus. Like, that's the thing that I want to get better about with my videos is putting in edits, like cutting to different scenes, like keeping it engaging. Because a lot of my poetry content, I turn the camera on. No, hi, this is BOG Poetry. I'm gonna read a poem. I wrote a poem about this, and then the poem, and then I was like, all right, thanks, bye, and that's it. Hey man, I've done some pretty stupid shit for a piece of paper before, Bird, including going to work and getting paid in pieces of paper. Like, paper has value, especially paper with cool art on it. Don't downplay the importance of paper. You gotta make that paper, stack that paper. So now we know where it is, though. Well, it is kind of like that in the comparative, like. I'm not trying to downplay my own content here, Solus. I'm just making a comparison to YouTube channels that have been doing YouTube for a long time and the way that I do my poetry presentations. Because if you compare my videos to another video on a bigger channel that is like 2.5 minutes long, like a standard YouTube video for me. And I'm not talking about the shorts necessarily. I'm talking about like my actual poetry videos, like my long form content videos that go on the channel. I have very, very minimal editing. I have a few of them that I've tried to do some like weird cuts on or like overlays, and they just like, they're very, very slow paced in comparison. And having a slow paced 2.5 minute video is going to get people to swipe away or go to the next video, or unless you're very interested in the poem that I'm writing, which you don't know you are until you've watched enough of the video to know. So I'm not doing myself any favors by not having good like editing, like good fast-paced editing. So if I have like a 15 to 20 second intro of like the typical YouTuber intro where it's like 2-second, 3-second cuts, and you get like 5 or 6 different scenes of me talking or something I'm saying, or like me reading a poem, or like a little advert, like highlight from the video, like that comes just in a few minutes. I think that would be an easy way to increase my engagement numbers. Maybe not easy, but I think it would increase engagement as the year progresses, which will be better for the channel overall. Trying to shift focus of the channel from my sobriety check-ins into the poetry that I'm creating is going to be the biggest hurdle for me as a creator with what I've done to get the channel to where it is now. And I think that it's going to take a lot more persistence in this next year than it has the last year for like content growth. Like I do think that it's going to be a lot slower paced in this next year. I appreciate you guys. But I think I'm gonna dip out a little bit early because I just remember that my car has not been plugged in. Yeah, consistency will be key for sure. My car has not been plugged in, and we have to go places and do things in just a little bit. So I'm gonna go make sure that my rig is going to start. We need to go do the things and do the stuff. But thank you for catching me on the Sunday morning, and I hope that you are gonna have a good rest of your day. Looking forward to more writing coming up in the future. I'm gonna bring my phone. I don't know. There might be a weekday stream this week at some point because I'm going to be out of town tomorrow night and I don't know which hotel I'm going to stay at. right at the moment. I'll find that out tomorrow with my reservation. So there's a chance that I might pop on for a little while tomorrow night, but I don't know what time that's going to be because I'm probably going to work late. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for the support coming back and looking forward to the next one. I hope that you guys have a good rest of your day.